Hello everyone, this is Demeka, your herbal formulator, aka root worker. And this video is going to be all about incense. So the purpose of this video is really to teach a beginner who is just getting into the natural incense, to show you how to set up their incense burner, how to burn their charcoal, and how to place it on the charcoal tablet. When I go out and I do events where I set up my table, I usually have several of my incense out to sell, and a lot of people don't even know what natural incense are. They generally think of incense being sold, the way they've been sold for eons, which is on a stick. And nothing is wrong with that. You can get it that way. As a matter of fact, this is one of my favorite kinds, the moldavite. You can do it that way. It's way easier. It's much easier. But a lot of people who use natural incense, usually they're doing it for sometimes a ceremony purpose, but they also, just like somebody like me, I like to burn natural incense, especially when I am putting together spells and doing rituals. Well, no, let me first show you some of the different incense that I actually sell on my site. This is my love blend, and as you can see, it has a lot of different flowers in it, mainly roses, but it also has different resins such as frankincense and myrrh also inside of it. So this is my love blend. So this is what a natural incense look like. This is my prosperity blend. As you can see, it has different flowers. It has almonds. It even have nuts. Most incense are made with resins and herbs, and as I just showed you, even almonds. So before I go into showing you the different resins and powders that I have, I want to go ahead and get this started because it's going to take a minute for this charcoal to get hot. And while it's getting hot, then I can go over other things with you while we wait. If you decide to get a kit, if you decide to not even purchase with me, but go out and buy your own natural incense and charcoal tablets, I'm going to show you right now how to burn the actual tablet. So they have these little tongs that you can buy, that you can purchase, that are made for holding the actual tablet, but I just have some regular old tweezers. They work for me. I don't have an issue with them. I make sure I, keep them clean. I use tweezers, or sometimes if I don't feel like going upstairs and I'm being a little lazy, I will get a pair of scissors. Now you got to be careful with that because there's a certain way you got to hold it, because if not, it'll fall and you can't pick it up because it's hot. For the sake of this video, because I don't have the regular pair, we're going to use a pair of tweezers. I recommend that you use a actual lighter. I have this kind of lighter. Hopefully you can see it. And I have two because one of them is running real low. Well, actually, both of them is running low. Or if you have a stove, a gas burning stove, you can use your stove. I do not recommend you trying to use matches because the heat, it needs to stay hot for, a good period of time. And matches, within 3 to 5 seconds, you got to blow them out. And I also suggest that you do this in a well ventilated area. Basically what you want to do, just open this up a little bit. You're going to insert the charcoal tablet. Now, you want to keep your hands back a little bit because this is going to get hot and that heat will transfer down this. So, let's get started. And you can hear it crackling, and that's how you know that it's getting lit. And you do not want to inhale, like don't have this right over your face where you're inhaling fumes from it. Let's see, like I was saying, it's getting low. Now if I can, I'm going to try to transfer this so that way I can get this side going. Now they do have charcoal tablets that are made from bamboo that are supposed to be a little bit healthier, because this type of charcoal has something called saltpeter in it, and that's what helps it combust the way it do quickly. I mean, it's really already started, but I wanted to make sure it burned quickly. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sit this here, and we're going to wait until that starts to turn white and to ash. And you can kind of see it a little bit on this side. It's starting to turn white. And you want to wait for it. I want to show you. Yeah, you want to wait for it to turn completely ash before you start to insert your herbs and resins on top. Now, if you do not have, or you don't feel like purchasing one of these little doohickeys, now let me just say this because I forgot to show you how to actually set it up. This is 3 pieces. This is a top, this is a middle part that's actually hollowed out, and then you have this base. All 3 of these come together. You can purchase these on my site. And a lot of people, when you get it, they'll flip it the other way, but I don't use it that way. I don't know why people would want to use it that way, because it has like a hump, and when you sit the charcoal on it, it can fall over. So I don't see why people would use it that way, but I've seen some people actually do it that way. So anyway, this is actually getting hot. I can start to feel the heat coming off of it already. But anyway, if you don't want to use this, or you don't feel like purchasing it right now, you can use something like this. All you have to do is just put some sand in it. This is just regular, ordinary sand. And you can fill up a little ceramic container. I actually purchased this ceramic container at an Asian store, and I just filled it up with sand, and I set my charcoal on it, because you want to have something that can absorb that heat. You don't want to just put your charcoal directly on ceramic, or anything that can potentially crack. So you can just sit your charcoal tablet on top and just be done with it. Even if you want to go to places like Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree have little bitty ceramic dishes. I don't know what they're for. I actually bought one, and I did the same thing with it. I put sand in it and I used it for that, but I keep that one outside because it has a lid, and I can, keep the rainwater from getting inside. You can use that as well. So it's different things you can use. This plate that I have, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little glass plate. I got this from Dollar Tree because I like to have something sitting under it where air can get beneath it to keep that heat free flowing, opposed to it just sitting on top of, let's just say if it was just this, which is nothing is wrong with it. I'm just saying because I burn incense a lot, so that makes a difference to me. If it's not something that you don't plan on doing that often, every now and then just having it just sitting on something like this is fine. So now we're going to move on to the different resins that I like to use to put on my charcoal. You can burn the resins by themselves, or you can do it in an herbal blend. It doesn't matter. I just ask that if you're a beginner to try and incorporate some different resins in it, because like I said before, when you just burn the herbs by themselves, they smell burnt, and burning incense should be enjoyable. You should want to burn them to get those different scents and those different energies that burn off of them. So to make it enjoyable, go ahead and throw you some different resins on top. So some of my favorites are myrrh. I like myrrh because myrrh invites peacefulness. It invites a healing and a protective energy when you add it to your different mixes. Another one that I like is frankincense. Now, frankincense is just used to intensify any type of spiritual work that you do. That's why I like doing frankincense and myrrh together, and I believe that's why a lot of people like to use frankincense and myrrh together because they're compatible with each other. They both have that yin and yang energy, that male and female energy. Another one that I like to use is copal. Copal is used for blessings, for psychic work, for love spells, and divine favor. And then, of course, there's dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is good for protection, banishing, and it's also used to, people use it for strength, and it helps with attraction. So if you're trying to attract some things as well as banish them, this is a dual type of resin. For video purposes, we're going to speed this up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some of my prosperity. What you're going to do, you're just going to grab some of your incense and let it burn. I mean, it's instant. As soon as you put it on that charcoal, you instantly smell it. Now, this is just one type of incense that I sell. I now have different incense that I sell. I sell, like I showed you, the incense stick. We now sell incense. We now sell the incense cone. This is how it looks after you've burnt it. But I sell the incense moldavite cones, and the same thing with the I hope you all can see that. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay. So with the incense cone, how you would burn this is you would burn it just like a regular incense. You would take it. We're going to just burn the tip of it, and we're going to wait for it to get the little fiery red color that it gets when you know it's completely burning, which we see. And that's it. You just sit it down in this little container, and that's it. Now, I do not sell this box. I actually purchased this box from somewhere else. But I do have little, they're almost made kind of sort of like this small little wooden one that's sitting as the base. You would sit this cone on top of that, and you can just let it burn. Let me go over my notes to make sure I hit everything. I talked about what type of incense to buy for occasion. So to go back to that, cones and the regular incense sticks, you know, that's just for any occasion. People burn those type of incense all the time just for fragrance in their home. Like I say, with the natural incense, people usually burn this type of incense when they are doing spiritual work, or I mean sometimes just for recreational, just to do it. But for the most part, a lot of people use it when they're doing spiritual work. I mean, it's great for, even if you just want to meditate off of it, is, you know, it's just one of those type of incense that when you want to get closer to yourself and to nature, it's just a great incense to use for those type of things. So everything you can pretty much get from my site. You can get the natural incense, the charcoal tablets, the incense sticks, the incense cones, the actual incense burner. You can all purchase from healthylivingjourney.com. So I'm hoping that this video was helpful in some type of way, especially for, like I said, a beginner who is looking to get into doing more spiritual and, you know, ritualistic type of work. I hope this video is useful. If you like it, please share. And if you have any questions, don't forget to just comment below. Like I said, I love when you guys send me private messages, but I would rather you send me a comment below, so that way I can answer the question, and other people who come to the channel, if they have that same question, they'll be able to get it answered. So again, this is Demeka, your herbal formulator, aka root worker, and until next time, you guys have a very good day.